What's up, everybody? My name is Dr. Zach Guiser, and this is another entry into the Athlete Development Journal where we give you simple solutions for complex athletic problems.
Yeah, straight A student, but I'm friends with the cool kids. Following the rules and the rubric. Freestyle on the bus.
Stephen King is one of the most accomplished writers of all time. In his book titled On Writing, he tells us what is absolutely essential for a writer to master his or her craft. And I quote, "If you want to be a writer, you must do two things above all others. Read a lot and write a lot. There's no way around these two things that I'm aware of. No shortcut." Isn't it amazing how nearly every person who we study who becomes great in their field of choice just religiously practices and preaches the power of obsessively mastering the mundane, boring, and repetitive fundamentals of their craft? There might be something to that. I owe you a huge apology. Let me set the stage. See, I was sitting in my dark home office the other day, lit only by the glow of my fish tank. Well, maybe it's more accurately known as a snail tank now, because the pet store, whenever we went to go get a couple snails, unknowingly gave us a male and a female snail, which ultimately led to a whole lot of little snails crawling around in there. Anyways, I was typing away at my keyboard with the sole objective of organizing all of my previous articles around common themes for the book I'm writing. One chapter of my book is all about the magic of graded exposure. And when I typed that into the search bar on my website, nothing popped up. In all of my years of writing, not once have I even mentioned the words graded exposure. That is a sin, and for that, I am sorry. Today, we rectify that. You see, it's not unreasonable to say that there are only two things that you can do in physical therapy or in the rehab process. The first would be let the body heal itself. The second is graded exposure. The first one is all about not messing it up. Just let our magical internal healing mechanisms go to work and give them the best environment to succeed. Sleep a lot, eat enough, don't be stressed, and keep your blood flowing. There's not a whole lot for you to actively do here. The second one, however, is where you can be more intentional in your actions. Graded exposure is simple. Do what you're capable of doing today, then do a little more next time, then do a little more next time, then do a little more next time, and keep running through that cycle until you can do as much as needed for your sport. You're gradually exposing yourself to more graded exposure. If your knee hurts whenever you do a squat, just squat as low as you can without it hurting. Then next time, try to squat a little lower. Then try to squat a little lower. Eventually, you'll be able to do full squats pain-free. If it hurts your hamstring to sprint full speed, then start with a comfortable pain-free jog. The next session, go a little faster. Then go a little faster, then go a little faster. Eventually, you'll be 100% sprinting pain-free. Is it a little more complex than this in reality? Yes, but not by much. That's the basic tenet of rehab. Your body is an incredibly adaptive machine if you give it the time and resources and reason to adapt. Gradually exposing it to more load or more speed or more range of motion or whatever other variable gives it the time and reason and resources to adapt. All right, here are the key takeaways. Number one, if something hurts in the gym, don't just wholesale cut it right away. Try reducing the range of motion or reducing the weight or reducing the reps and see how that feels. Do what feels good, then try to do a little more next time. Number two, when you're building back up to a certain skill or a certain movement or a certain exercise after an injury, be intentional about gradually exposing yourself to more. Don't just jump from 0 to 100 real quick. I won't lie to you. I struggle with envy. Pretty exclusively in a professional sense. I have a hard time watching NFL games because each week I watch, I see receivers that I shut down making big plays and DBs I'm confident that I was better than. That's hard for me. I envy their professional situation. I envy coaches making tons of money, getting tons of notoriety, or even just having beautiful facilities to work in. Then I see moments like this, and I remember that I wouldn't trade places with a single one of them. Mike McDonald is the head coach for the Seattle Seahawks, and he gave an interview recently where he talks about how he's taken a step back recently from being at the facility so much so he can spend more time with his son. That more time is 30 to 60 minutes before he goes to bed on Thursdays. That's it. That's all he gets with him. What are we doing here, folks? Keep the main thing, and don't be jealous of one aspect of somebody's life if you wouldn't take the whole thing. All right, let's wrap it up with a couple important things. Number one, this newsletter and podcast is completely free. I spend many hours each week researching, writing, illustrating, recording, editing, and uploading. The best way you can support it and allow it to continue is to send it to somebody right now. Send this episode just right now. Don't think about it. Just get this link, send it to somebody, subscribe, follow, comment, whatever you can do to get more people listening to these podcasts. Number two, everything in these newsletters, podcasts, and social media and on our website is for educational purposes only and should not be taken as medical advice for you or your athlete. Please consult directly with a healthcare professional. Thanks so much for your help in spreading the word about athlete development. And until next time, go be great out there.
Yeah, straight A student, but I'm friends with the cool kids. Following the rules and the rubric. Freestyle on the bus and it's too lit.